Mark looked at me. He said, bro, run. Now, here's the deal. At that very moment, I'm standing right there. And I was stuck in between 50% of just standing there because I felt like, hey, I'm caught. She's right here. And then the other 50% was like, yo, you better burn wood. You better get up out of there. So when Mark was like, bro, run, I felt like that was confirmation. So somehow my legs just took off. I'm talking about, and when I took off, I took off like my life depended on it. I'm talking about hard and fast. You hear my mama, Roshan, you can hear her. I'm still running. I ain't turned around and looked to see if she running behind me or nothing. Now, here's the deal. In order to get back to the register girl house, I got to go past the store. Now, these are some long blocks, okay? These not like short blocks. So I'm running like dear life, but my heart is beating fast, bruh. It's beating fast, and I just want to slow it down, but I'm scared that they gonna catch me. So when I get close to the restaurant where everybody go and go grab their stuff and sell their Zaza and stuff like that, I slowed down because I knew I was close to the real place. So I stopped right there for a second. I'm like, like my chest, like I was tight. I'm like, man, oh my God. I'm like, this lady is crazy. So I made sure I had the phone, the burnout phone. So I'm like, okay, I got everything. So I started walking. I'm like, whew. As soon as I walked off and I got like where it's the stop sign, and so, you know, pedestrians can cross the street, the black Cadillac truck pulled right up in my face. And I just looked, and my dad, it was just my dad in the truck. He like, get in the truck, Roshan. I'm like, Dad, I can't. He like, stop playing. Get in the truck. I'm like, I got to go to the real place. I got to get my stuff. He said, well, come on. He said, get in the truck and I'm going to take you. Don't make me get out the truck now. I'm like, Dad, please, I'm going to walk there myself. I'm like, you can just wait right there for me. I'm like, I'm going to go into the real place. He like, okay, well, get in the truck. I said, okay. So we get in the truck, right? I get in the truck. He pulls off. He say, what is going on? I'm like, nothing. He like, where have you been? I'm like, just working in that school. He like, your mama been looking for you. So when we pull up into the driveway, I get out right in front of my job. I get out. I don't know what I'm going to do. But as soon as I go in, you could tell the look on my face. I was panicking. Yo, like, she looking at me through the glass like, you okay? I'm like, so she opened the door. I'm like, so the register girl is there. She like, what's wrong with you? I'm like, my dad out there. I'm like, my brother Mark ended up getting into it. And, you know, I'm letting them know the scoop. I'm like, look, is Miss Shirley here? They like, no, Miss Shirley gone for the day. I'm like, I need to go out the back way. And so she like, go out the back way. I'm like, yeah, because if I go out the front way, my dad finna take me home. So as soon as I said that, the register girl, she already knew what was up. So she said, I'll help you get out the back way. And so Yo like, how? And so she like, well, I got a copy of the key anyway from the last time Miss Shirley went on vacation. She never asked for it back. So I'm like, for real? She like, yeah. I'm like, ooh, thank you. I'm like, I owe you one. She like, yeah, you owe me one tonight. So Yo like, let me just go ahead and walk off. So she walked off. So as the register girl talking to me, she like, is you gonna be okay? She like, cause I'm gonna get off in a little bit. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna just stay in the house. She like, don't move, just stay there and wait for me. I'm like, okay. I'm like, just come on. So Yo comes back there. She like, come on, cause I need you in the front. You still at work. Straight like that to the register girl. She like, okay, you know what I'm trying to do, so hold on. She say, I don't gotta hold on. I'm waiting for you. So I'm like, Yo, chill. She like, I'm not talking to you. I'm like, okay. I'm like, come on. So boom, she let me out the back way, popped open that gate. Now I couldn't run straight down, because if I run straight down that same block, my dad is going to see me how the way he's parked. So I had to run all the way around. When I'm telling you, I've been running and running and running. I was so exhausted. When I finally hit this girl crib, I went inside. I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, oh, I just need a break. You hear ling, 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 ling. I look, I see that it's the register girl. I'm like, hello? She like, your dad is in the lobby. I'm like, okay, he's looking for you. What you want me to say? I'm like, tell him I'm not there. Tell him I left. Straight like that. She like, you want me to tell him? I'm like, yeah, tell him I left. She like, how about we tell him you got to work? I'm like, nah, because my dad going to see me. Now, I wasn't the type to lie to my dad, because I felt like, He was always 100 band with me. But I just knew if I would have got back in that truck, he'd taken me back to the crib. And I ain't going. So she said, okay. I said, I'm going to stay on the phone. So she said, all right. So she said, Roshan left. And he said, what? Left where? How did he leave? And so she like, I don't know. I think he left out the back way. He like, okay. That's all my dad said. And so she said, did you hear him? I said, yeah. Boom. She hung up the phone. Now, I'm chilling at the crib. I'm not budging. I'm not leaving, okay? I don't got to work because Miss Shirley told me to take some days off until everything cooled down because my mama was bringing the cops up there and my dad and my granddad. I'm sorry, and my granddad. So, you know, it was already sticky and messy. So, boom, I get a call on my phone. It's Marky, right? He like, hey, bro. I'm like, hey. He like, where you at? I'm like, where I'm at. Now, first off, Mark don't talk like that. Mark don't talk like that. He was talking kind of shaky. So my mama don't know me and Mark have codes. So I said, is it a green? And he like, yeah, bro. You know, I just want to know where you at because, you know, you should come home. I just want to make sure you're safe, bro. He like, I just want to make sure you're good. I'm like, okay. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, I'm at the job. He like, okay. I'm like, yeah, my phone finna down. I'm like, I'm gonna call you back. So I hang up, right? So I straight up call Raymond. I say, hey, Raymond, where you at? He like, I'm busting. I'm making a serve. He like, I'm busting right now, making a serve. I'm like, look, whenever you get a chance, been on my block and call me. I'm like, let me know if you see my mama, Beth, or who you see on the block. He like, all right. He like, what's going on? You good? I'm like, man, we had a fight. He like, what? I'm like, look, I'll give you more details. He like, all right, I'll call you soon when I'm done. Boom. Now I'm chilling. The register girl, she comes in. She like, oh, I thought you would be cooking for me like you cooked for me last time. I'm like, no. I'm like, I'm too busy being nervous. She like, so what happened? So I'm giving her the tea and she like, are you okay? I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. She like asking me, am I hungry? I'm nervous. No, I'm not hungry. So I'm like, no, I ain't gonna eat today. I'm nervous. She said, you gotta eat some. She like, and if you want, I could take you to school tomorrow so you don't gotta get on the bus. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna need you to do that. I'm like, and plus I got a game tomorrow. She like, okay. She like, and I could pick you up. She like, cause I could take tomorrow off. I'm like, no, you ain't gotta take tomorrow off. I'm like, I'll get on the bus. You know what I'm saying? I just gotta leave soon as after the game. I can't chatter. I can't chill. I just gotta go. And I can't link up with Mark just yet because my mama is on the okie doke, right? So as we are talking, right? The phone, ling, 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 ling. But I see that it's a unknown caller. So I just ignored it, right? So she like, come here. So I'm like, what? She like, you got something right here. And she kissed me like, mwah. I'm like, don't be doing that. She like, I just want to make you smile. She like, I could just tell that you thinking a lot. I'm like, no, I'm not thinking a lot. Then you hear ling, 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 ling. Ling, 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 ling. She like, just pick it up. And so I'm like, all right. So I pick it up. I'm like, hello. And so my mom is on the other end. She like, where are you? Where are you right now? She like, because I'm telling you, I will hunt you down. I'm like, I'm at work. She like, I just left from your job. You ain't at work. Where you at? I'm like, I gotta go. Click. I hung up. My mama called the phone back. So I'm like, man, I'm gonna power the phone off for a second. So I power the phone off. I just know that heated her. I just knew that just crawled all in her skin. I just knew that burnt her up because my mama don't play that. Okay. So that was like a formal disrespect. And I felt good when I did that. Like, yeah, I hung up, right? So she was like, why she keep calling? How she get the number? I'm like, I guess when my brother Mark, you know, called me. So I got to tell her about that. So boom, we eat. We enjoy ourselves. We didn't do nothing that night. We just cuddled. We just laid down and chilled. So boom, it's time, you know what I'm saying? It's time for me to get up. It's time for me to get ready to go to school. I get dressed. So I'm like, hey, if you happen to go up to the job or if you see Yo-Yo, I'm like, and my mama come up there, just tell them that y'all ain't saw me. She like, okay. She like, and I'm going to talk to Miss Shirley too, because I know Yo-Yo going to tell her that I open up the back for you. I'm like, Miss Shirley ain't going to trip. You know what I'm saying? Like, she know what's going on. So boom, we get ready. We get up to the school. Now, Brianna is there right there in the hallway as soon as I walk in. So I feel somebody, as I'm walking, I feel somebody pull my hair. So I'm like, I'm looking, I'm like, I know it was you. She like, no, it wasn't. I'm like, yes, it was. She like, was that your little girlfriend that dropped you off? I'm like, where your boyfriend at? I'm like, did he give you your bracelet back? And I walked off. So when I go to the locker and I open the locker, she's standing right there. I say, could you smash my face in this locker next time? I'm like, I'm going to open up this locker, smash your face. So she like, well, do it. I'm like, well, try me. So we playing back and forth. But it wasn't like playing. It was like a flirtatious, rough type of play. You know what I'm saying? Like I guess we wanted each other, but I really wasn't on that, but we was going back and forth with a smirk. So the girl with the sky come over like, no, ew. Come on, I got something to tell you. And so she walks off, right? Boom. Everybody talking about the game later. Now, lunch comes, and right after lunch, it's time for the game. So everybody getting crowded at the game. It's crowded at the game, right? So I'm up there, you know, I'm already early, so I'm practicing already. Shooting around. So boom, Legs come to me. Legs like, oh, so you ready to play? I'm like, you ready to watch? She like, yeah, it's not fair that you get to play on both teams, right? I was like, it is fair. I'm like, don't get mad at me. She like, hey, you want to do something later? I'm like what? She like, I don't know, like, go out. I'm like, nah. I'm like, it's too hot for me. I'm like, I got to get straight to, you know, my location. So she like, straight to your location. She say, your mama still on you? I'm like, yeah, something like that. So boom, the coach come, talk to all of us on the team. Boom, boom, boom. So as he talked to us, let us know the game plan, he hit us with the, y'all go out there, have fun. We need this win. This win is major important. Then after that, we got one more game and we win the whole thing. All right, cool. Because school finna get ready to end anyway. So boom, as I'm coming out back out the locker room and we're getting ready, the other team is coming. So I see one of my other teachers and, you know, they kind of fling me over. And I'm like, hey, they're like, hey, nobody picked up your progress report. I'm like, oh, okay. I'm like, I could get it. He like, no, we need a guardian. So I say, well, I could get it myself. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I don't got no guardian anymore. I'm like, I ran away straight like that. He like, did you run to a family member house or a friend house? I'm like, yeah. He like, if you need anything, he like, the school is here for you. But I already knew that the school is not there for me because every time I told them something, they would hold me down and call my parents and my parents would be on their way. No, I'm not on that type of time. So boom, he like, you did really good on your progress report. I'm like, really? So now I'm excited, like, oh my God, because I was going to school, you know what I'm saying, but a few times. I was doing my work when I was there, and I was kind of staying out of trouble other than a little side stuff that was happening. So boom, the game getting ready to start, tip off. So we shooting, having a good time going back and forth. It's a good game, right? So as we called timeout, Brianna was like, hey, come here. So I'm like, what? She like, give me a kiss. I'm like, no, I can't do that. I'm like, I got a girlfriend. So she said, what? I'm like, I got a girlfriend. She like, okay, well, I guess I go find me a boyfriend. I guess you been had a girlfriend. So the cheerleader coach called her. So I get back in the huddle, boom. The next quarter start. Now we hooping. Fuku. Dude steals the ball from me, so I'm mad because the dude